Growing old is not the enemy. Forgetfulness is. And the slow slipping away of your mind, that is what people fear most. Not the wrinkles on their skin, not the stiffness in their knees, but the fog that creeps into the mind. The moment you walk into a room and forget why. The name on the tip of your tongue that never comes, the book you know you've read but can't remember what it taught you. The truth is, after 60, the mind needs more than rest. It needs ritual. It needs purpose. It needs to be trained like a muscle that refuses to weaken. Most people ignore the early warnings. They joke about forgetfulness, laugh off the moment they misplace their glasses while they're on their head. They say things like, "Oh, I'm getting old," without realizing that each time they repeat those words, they allow a little more of their brilliance to dim. They stop challenging themselves. They stop pushing. They retire not just from their jobs, but from their curiosity, from their mental fire, from the very habits that once kept them sharp. That's the real problem. It's not time, it's neglect. The mind, like a flame, does not go out in one gust. It flickers, slowly, and unless you guard it with the right habits, that flickering becomes permanent. That is where the trouble begins. When your brain gets lazy, when your thoughts get slow, when remembering a friend's birthday feels like climbing a mountain. This is the silent suffering of many older adults. They may smile, they may joke, but deep down, they know something is slipping. And the worst part is, they believe they're powerless to stop it. But what if that wasn't true? What if, even after 60, your brain could become sharper than it was in your 40s? What if your memory could grow stronger? Your thoughts more focused, your mind more alive? Not through magic, not through expensive pills or miracle cures, but through something simpler, something powerful, through 7 daily habits, quiet, intentional rituals that anyone can adopt, habits rooted in science, in wisdom, in lived experience, habits that, if practiced daily, have the power to keep your brain awake, alert, and unbreakable. The first habit is to begin each morning with deliberate silence. Before the phone, before the television, before even speaking to another soul. Sit quietly for 10 minutes, let your thoughts come and go like clouds, let your breath slow. Most people jump into their day with noise. But silence is sacred. It's the mind's reset button. In those quiet moments, your brain is not idle. It is sorting, organizing, clearing space for what matters. It is reconnecting with your deeper self. Over time, this habit sharpens focus. It gives clarity. It strengthens the brain's executive function, which controls memory and decision-making. Silence, it turns out, is not the absence of activity. It is where the mind prepares for deep thinking. The second habit is to move your body every day with intention. Not just walking to the kitchen, not just doing chores, but real movement, a brisk walk, light stretches, tai chi, yoga, dance. The body and brain are not separate. They are twins. When one weakens, so does the other. Moving your body increases blood flow to the brain. It delivers oxygen. It reduces stress hormones. It stimulates the release of proteins that build new brain cells. Many people say, "I don't have the energy to exercise," but they've got it backwards. Exercise gives energy. It wakes up the brain. It tells your nervous system, "I'm alive, I'm not done." Even 20 minutes of movement can act like a mental multivitamin. The key is to move with joy, with rhythm, with presence, not for punishment, but for purpose. The third habit is to challenge your brain in new ways. Many older adults stick to routines. They read the same types of books, solve the same kind of puzzles, talk to the same people. But the brain loves novelty. It thrives on difficulty. Learn a new language, pick up a musical instrument, try painting, write poetry. Solve logic puzzles that frustrate you. Teach your brain to sweat. Learning something new literally reshapes the brain. It forms new connections, strengthens the old ones, and tells your neurons, keep growing, keep learning. You are not done. When you stop learning, your brain starts aging faster. But when you stay curious, you defy decline. This is how you train your mind to stay young. Not by doing what's comfortable, but by doing what challenges you. The fourth habit is to feed your brain with the right fuel. Not just food for the stomach, food for the mind. Omega-3 fatty acids found in walnuts and flaxseed. Antioxidants found in berries. Leafy greens that protect memory. Water to prevent fatigue. Most people eat what is convenient, but the brain is picky. It needs clean fuel. It needs glucose in steady amounts, not sugar spikes, not processed foods that cloud your thoughts. Each meal is either sharpening your brain or dulling it. The problem is that the effects aren't immediate. Eat poorly today, and your brain pays the price weeks later. But eat mindfully, and you build cognitive strength. Think of food as mental armor. Every bite matters, every sip counts. You wouldn't pour dirty fuel into a Ferrari. Don't do it to your brain. The fifth habit is to connect deeply with others, real connection. Eye contact, laughter, stories, conversations that stir the heart. Loneliness is one of the most silent killers of mental sharpness. After 60, many people lose friends, lose partners. They isolate, and isolation starves the brain. Human connection releases oxytocin. It lowers stress. It protects against dementia. But not just any connection will do. You need real relationships. People you trust. People who challenge you. People who see you. Make a phone call. Join a book club. Volunteer. Host dinners. Do not retreat into your shell. The more you engage with people, the more you sharpen your social and emotional intelligence. And that keeps your brain flexible. Compassionate. Alive. The sixth habit is to write. Not type, not text, but write. With your hands, on paper. Journaling, storytelling, making lists, reflecting on your day. Writing connects thought with movement. It helps you process. It clears mental clutter. And it forces your brain to organize ideas. Studies show that people who journal daily have stronger memory and better emotional regulation. Write about your childhood. Write letters you'll never send. Write what you're grateful for. The act of writing turns your thoughts into something solid. Something real. It's not just about recording your life. It's about understanding it. And every time you write, you practice thinking. You practice remembering. You build mental resilience. The seventh habit is to end each day with review and rest. Most people collapse into bed without reflecting, but the mind needs closure. It needs to sort the day's events. Before sleeping, take 5 minutes to think through your day. What did you learn? Who did you speak to? What did you feel? This process strengthens episodic memory. It also teaches your brain to look for meaning, and then sleep, deep, undisturbed sleep. This is when the brain cleans itself, repairs itself, stores memory, recharges. Do not rob yourself of sleep. Avoid screens before bed. Keep the room dark, cool, quiet. If you struggle with sleep, try deep breathing, or soft music, or reading something calming. Sleep is not just rest. It's brain maintenance. Without it, no other habit will help. You may be wondering, does it really matter? Can small habits really hold back the tide of aging? The answer is yes, not overnight, but over time. Think of these habits like drops of water. At first, they seem small, insignificant, but day after day they shape the stone. They strengthen the mind, they create momentum, and momentum creates transformation. There are people in their 80s who remember names better than those in their 40s. There are 90-year-olds who write books, who debate politics, who mentor the young. Their secret is not in their genes, it is in their habits, in how they treat their mind, in how they speak to themselves, in the rituals they follow. Because ultimately, mental sharpness is not just about memory, it's about presence, about clarity, about being awake to your life. It's about recognizing the gift of your mind and choosing to protect it, strengthen it, respect it. The path is not complex, it is just consistent. Silence in the morning, movement every day, learning something new, eating for fuel, connecting with people, writing with purpose, sleeping with reflection. These are not heroic tasks. They are humble, and that's why they work. If you are over 60, know this: you are not too late. Your brain is still listening, still responding, still capable of change. You do not need to accept decline as your destiny. You can stay sharp, you can stay strong, you can stay you, but only if you choose to. Only if you rise each day and say, I will not fade, I will not slow, I will not give up on my mind. This is your one precious mind. Guard it, feed it, challenge it, love it. The flame of your brilliance does not need to dim. It can grow brighter, warmer, wiser. All it takes is 7 daily habits. Quiet, simple, powerful. Begin today, not tomorrow, not next week, today. Your brain is waiting. And remember, it is not the number of years that dulls the mind. It is the number of days lived without intention. Choose intention. Choose ritual. Choose mental strength. You have more power than you think. Stay sharp at 60 plus. Not by accident, but by choice, by habit, by love.